Hi. Hear my son flip-flopping back to the garage. Hello, it's Stephanie, and I'm here with our daily Disney devotional. And today is number 24, the Hall of Presidents. And I missed you guys yesterday. I'm so sorry. I missed our devotional time together, but it was just a crazy day. Now we move to the only other real attraction in Liberty Square, number 24, the Hall of Presidents. This is one of my husband's favorite attractions. He loves going in here and sitting and listening. I've heard it once. That's enough. I don't need to hear it every time that we go. I think that he just loves sitting in the air conditioning secretly. I think that's why he loves it. Now we move to the only other real attraction in Liberty Square. I know it's your favorite and mine, the Hall of Presidents. Okay, so maybe there's a little sarcasm there. I honestly can't claim this is one of my personal favorites. However, I'll admit that while I hated this attraction as a kid, it started to grow on me as an adult. First of all, it's a nice, long, indoor, air-conditioned attraction. Secondly, it has a very patriotic and informational ride that can fill you with some good old-fashioned American pride. The Hall of Presidents attraction opened in the park in 1971. It is the only one of its kind, meaning there is no attraction like it in any other Disney park around the world, including Disneyland. Walt Disney actually wanted this attraction to be in Disneyland and be called One Nation Under God. Wouldn't that have been a nice name? However, the technology wasn't quite ready and it had to wait. The attraction at Walt Disney World lasts 23 minutes, making it one of the longest attractions in the park. The first 42 presidents were all sculpted by the same man, the well-known Disney personality Blaine Gibson. However, in 2009, when it came to sculpting President Obama, Gibson was 90 years old and handed the reins over to someone else. The lobby of this attraction features the official presidential seal and is the only place in the world other than the White House that has allowed to have this seal. It took an act of Congress to have it placed there. The Hall of Presidents is a special attraction, not because it necessarily is a favorite of many or has some unique ride design. No, it's special because Walt Disney himself wanted it, and because it is about our great country of America. You may think our country isn't so great sometimes. I feel that way when I watch the news or see the latest round of political battles. While there are a lot of things wrong with our country, let's not forget what's right with it. America is still great. In spite of all the problems we may see in the news and in the papers, there are many blessings that God has given us living here. First of all, we have many freedoms here. Most importantly, we have the freedom to worship God when and where we want to. We have the freedom to talk to others about God. We have the freedom to pray to God publicly if we want and invite others to join in. Yes, there is Yes, there are some that want to take those freedoms away. And what we do at our own house and church is up to us. It is a blessing. The best thing about our country, and every country for that matter, is that God is in control. He is part of our country, whether certain people and leaders want him to be or not. His name is still on our money. He is still in our presidential oath. His name is still in our courts and our famous documents. A great majority of the people in this country still believe in God, whether they act like it or not. The fact is that we are still blessed to be here, and we need to remember that. The Hall of Presidents attraction, on some level, helps us remember that. We need to remember that we are instructed in Scripture to follow our government and adhere to the laws. Unless there are laws or instructions that go directly against God, we are instructed in Romans 13:1 to be subject under the governing authorities. Peter also tells us in 1 Peter 2:12 to be subject for the Lord's sake to every human institution. We may not always agree with our government or even with those in charge, but God commands us to follow the laws of the land and at least respect those in charge. I plan to visit the Hall of Presidents next time I'm at the Magic Kingdom. I'll try hard to stay awake and actually listen to the words spoken and watch the action. I will also plan to say a quiet prayer and thank God for our freedoms, for our country, and for our leaders. Please join me in continuously praying for our country and our leaders. I also ask that you join me as I try to follow God and respect our leaders and follow the laws of the land. Most of all, let's all have pride in our country and always remember the great leaders that helped found it and how much God has blessed us. If more people would do these things and follow God's commands regarding government, it might just improve this country a little bit. The end. Well, I am here to tell you that our country needs so much prayer, especially right now with all the political unrest going on, not just in the political offices, but with racism in our country, and it's just gotten out of control, I feel like, and so many people have issues with that. And so I just pray that God would be with our country, and I just pray for peace. I don't know what else to say. So I pray for y'all, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.